Hey, hey, hey. What's going on, y'all? All right. All right. It's that time. It's that time for a 70s throwback. Okay. It's that time again. So I'm back once again. I told y'all I was coming right back, and I'm back for our 70s throwback. This is a classic, okay? Superfly. 1972 with Ron O'Neal. Okay. We're not going to be talking about that remake. We don't even want to talk about that. That's a bunch of mess. This is a classic. It'll forever be a classic. And it's a whole lot of things in here that we're going to talk about. So let me bring my homegirl up here from the BX. Let's see. Oh, okay, there go RC. RC's here and Daria. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let me bring out Tamika up here. Hey, what's up?
Hey, sorry.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Listen, this time got away from me. It went by fast.
It went by
Uh,
so fast because I just got off the other live. I had 1 hour to try to eat real fast. Girl, Tamika, we gonna get into the movie and everything, but girl, it smelled like Thanksgiving over here. Girl, I threw down today. I've been cooking. I got the
uh,
macaroni and cheese, the yams. I got a roasted chicken,
oh Lord, I ain't
string
even.
beans. I got yes. I don't know what
Ooh.
made me start to cook all, but I got a nice little meal. It ain't a lot of food, but it's enough for leftovers for a couple of days. It ain't so.
Mhm.
I said because I said all the stuff they doing to the food. Let me get back to doing what I do and
Girl,
cook. Cause
yes.
I be going out to eat and all that stuff. And I said, we said we're gonna stop that. I was telling my boyfriend, I said, no, we're gonna stop all this going out to eat all the time. I mean, I'll still go out sometime, but like at one point we was going out all the time and I wasn't cooking and I said, no, let me go back to what I do and go back in that kitchen. So, that way cause I don't know what they doing to food. And every time you turn around, it's something going on with the damn food. A recall for this and a recall for that. So I said, let me go and cook today.
Yeah.
So, and I still got couple more. Tell me, I got a couple pictures here. Hang on one sec. But anyway, so while I'm still trying to get these little pictures together here, trying to put in the thing. So this movie, this is a classic movie, classic movie. So what you feel about Superfly overall? Yeah, without before we get into all the nitty gritty of it, what you feel about Superfly?
Yeah, this is a classic. I watched all these movies with my mother.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, So yeah, this is definitely a classic. I had forgot some things because it's been a little minute since I watched this, so I refreshed my memory. And I said some people was just making dumb mistakes, but it's also a story that I feel like we
Oh
have.
no, it's a cautionary tale in here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna bring that up when
Hmm.
yeah, it's a lesson to be learned, and
Hmm.
it was a couple lessons to be learned, and I definitely I'll tell you.
And we got some of the same people that we was giving some facts on and talking about with the last movie that we did with child, my mind done went
Oh
blank
yeah,
with that fast. When we
oh,
did Shaft, we got some of the same, like the same studio. Of course we got our
mhm.
boy
Oh yeah,
Otis, I mean
what's his name?
Curtis Mayfield, because he was doing all the soundtracks, okay?
Yeah, he did quite a
So
few.
yeah, he and
I mean,
Gordon
he ain't do
Parks.
all of them, but he did
I mean,
quite a few.
yeah,
Yeah,
he did damn sure
yeah.
put in his work.
Oh
Okay.
no, no, he definitely put in his work. No,
Yeah, they was
no.
definitely getting him. So, um, it just reminded me of that because I know we talked about some of that when we did Shaft, and I said, hey, some of the same names is coming up again.
Oh
So,
well, first of all, Scatter played Fred Williams' daddy in Hell Up in Harlem and Black
hmm,
Season. We did those
hmm,
already.
yes, hmm,
So a lot of these movies from the 70s, you saw a lot of 70s and 80s. a lot of the same actors, because for black actors,
Yeah.
it wasn't easy for them to just get jobs. You know, it ain't
Right.
easy. It ain't easy now for a black actor to get a job.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't like nothing changed a whole lot. But back then, they pretty much you just like on TV shows, you watch Jefferson's Good Times, What's
Exactly.
Happening, Sanford and Son, and you might see the same people be rotating on all them
Right.
shows, playing different characters. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So it that's how it was back then. This movie came out in 72. I was just about to turn 2 years old when it came out. Because it came out August. I got some facts here. Um is that so it came out it was released August 4th, 1972. Okay, and my birthday is in October, so I was like one and a half when it
Mm-hmm.
came out. And uh and surprisingly enough, it did very very good in the box office, because
Yeah.
budget to Mika was only like 500,000,
Mm-hmm.
and they made over $30 million.
Right. Yep.
And plus now with all the oh wait a minute, hang on one second, Tamika. Let me just say hi to the people real fast.
Hey y'all, what is going on? What is going on? Okay. Um, I can't even see the name. I'm so sorry, y'all. Y'all know I always get up here and don't got my daggone glasses. Um, I think this says Kenneth. Says I was 16 in 1972. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, we did Which Way Is Up. We did Foxy Brown. Okay, make sure you go to the playlist of our throwback movies, because we definitely did some of those. The Mac is probably going to be on the list, because what we normally do is put up a poll. So the last movie, I think I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure the next one that's on our list is I just said it to Inga earlier today.
I'm sorry. So,
Um,
I wanted to make sure I turned the damn oven off. I kept smelling. So I was like,
mhm,
"Oh my god, do I got something in the oven?" You know,
um,
you ever had that happen to you? You forget to have the oven on.
yeah, it's Sheba Baby. And we'll put up
Yes.
a poll. More than likely, we'll see. The Mac might
Oh,
be on the poll with
oh
like
yeah,
three
yeah.
other
I
movies,
wanted.
because we usually put up four. And y'all choose. So how y'all choose and what goes from the highest to the least is usually the order that we do it in. So
Yeah, I
make
definitely
sure
want to
y'all
do that
put y'all
Mac.
votes in, okay?
Yeah, I definitely want to get that do the Mac. That's for sure.
Hmm.
Um. So let me see. Um. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. The poll was so wide. It was almost 2 years ago we had that poll, at least a year
Yeah,
ago.
'cause
So
we haven't
I
done
don't
it in
remember.
a
We
long
gonna have to
time. We
probably do a
just
new
starting to
poll.
get back to it. So, appreciate y'all patience. Life was life and all of the things, but now we trying
We
to get
might have
back
to do a new
into
poll.
the stride of it.
Yeah, just we might have to do a new poll
Definitely.
just to update that.
Okay.
Um, but if people want to do one Sheba, we can do that, because I've definitely seen Sheba, baby.
Hmm.
So okay, yeah. So this movie had like I said, it did very well, and the reception was fantastic with this. And now I didn't like all those sequels and stuff, the Return of Superfly and all that.
Yeah.
I didn't like none of that. Yeah. So
Mm-mm.
to me, this is the only one. Superfly TNT and
I
all that.
was just talking about that yesterday. I mean, some, of course, are the exceptions, but most times you never gonna get what you get with the original. The original is always gonna be the one that's top tier. Sometimes it's hard to even get a part two that's good, let alone several sequels or the remix. It's never like the original Don Dada, in my
Oh
opinion. I
yeah,
was
no,
having
that's
that
yeah,
conversation yesterday. Yeah.
yeah. I'm not really, just like with all these spinoffs and things we got
Hmm.
going on now. I'm like, who asking for this? I don't mean no harm. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody with the why did I get
Hmm.
married again, and in the different world and all that. But I wasn't asking for. I wasn't looking for. It wasn't like I was sitting around saying, "Oh, we need to have a spinoff," or I'm gonna watch it like everybody else. I'm just saying I just wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm not really big on remakes and reimaginings and things of that nature, but like I said, sometimes is the exception to the rule where they actually do get it right, and when they do, I give them credit for it. But I do feel like we're kind of over flooded now with that, where it's like, are y'all just running out of original ideas? Sometimes I want to see something original to get excited about too. Not all the time stuff that we already had. I feel like we could
I
just go
like
back
when we
and
get
watch
some.
those ones,
I like when we get something
So
original. Like
yeah.
how like Reasonable Doubt is.
Yeah.
That's a original show.
Yeah.
Like let's stick with keep trying to do these
Mhm.
types of things, but I don't. I mean, they just like you said, they just running out of ideas, and
Mhm.
um, you know, it kind of gets on my nerves, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's get it. I'm just finishing up my uploading these pictures on here. Okay, so let me see with some other. So the movie it was directed by Gordon Parks Jr. Okay,
Mhm.
um, and of course it stars Ron O'Neal as young blood priest. He was a cocaine dealer who's trying to quit the underworld drug business.
Yeah.
But of course you got people who every time you try to get out, they keep pulling you back in, you know what I'm saying, type of thing.
Mhm.
And you know what made me think about Tommy and Ghost. Ghost wanted to get out the game, and Tommy kept trying to pull him back in. And in
Mhm.
this movie, Eddie was the hating ass dude.
Yeah.
His friend Eddie did not want to lead the game, you know.
Mhm.
And so, but you because that so that happens all the time,
Oh yeah.
And then look, the soundtrack really, the movie, you can almost not really, no disrespect to the movie. I love Superfly, but you can almost not pay the movie no attention. It's the goddamn soundtrack. I don't care if Priest blow his nose, it start going Superfly. It just
Yeah, and I was in there just to sing it on back with it too.
that's what I'm saying. Curtis Mayfield, he killed it with this. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I mean, plus, he did Claudine, that soundtrack. He did
Exactly.
Sparkle, and we already did Sparkle, and we did Claudine. So we've done those. And yeah, the soundtrack is phenomenal. I mean, you can't even it, this soundtrack is just everything. It's everything. When 2022, the film was selected by the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically significant. So they done put this in the Library of Congress. So I think that's in 2022. So
Mhm.
I'm happy about that because this
Mhm.
movie is everything. Like
Yeah.
um, I think it's the soundtrack alone. If it didn't have that soundtrack, I'm not saying that, of course, we love Ron O'Neal, Carl Lee, who played Eddie, and Sheila Frazier, who played the girlfriend, Georgia. Look, we love these people, but because they've been in other things that we like, but
Mhm.
it's because of that soundtrack. Don't you think so? I think it's the soundtrack is what took it over the top.
Like it brings it all together,
It brought it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, yes. Um, yeah, I agree with that. I love
Mhm.
the still shots in the movie by
Yeah.
yes. Hey everybody who I didn't speak to. I'm sorry I had to, I'm trying to read stuff and do stuff behind, so but I'm
Mhm.
seeing all y'all comments. Uh Kenneth said, hey Kenneth said I was 16 in 1972. Okay, well, I was just about to turn 2 years old when the movie dropped. Couple months later, then I turned two. So I was like one and a half. And I don't know if Tamika was born. Yo, you was just born. Maybe I don't know you,
My
but
mother was having my brother in 1972.
oh, okay,
My
okay.
older brother. Then I came.
And kids, I graduated in 74. Okay, all right. I know that's right. I like that we have all ages in
Yeah.
our chats. We got young people, and I learn from the young people, and then we got people that's our age in the 50s, and then
Mhm.
we got older ones. I love it. Um, yeah. Oh, RC said Bel Air is a rare exception. Yeah, Bel
Yes,
Air was
that
good,
wasn't an
but I
exception. It
didn't
was
like
a
where it
pleasant
ended.
surprise.
Yeah, I didn't like how it ended necessarily. That last season because it was rushed. so I didn't care for the last season as much. But it started off very strong.
Yeah.
It started off, yeah. Bel Air was very strong, at the beginning. So
Hmm.
it's just that last season because they rushed it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they was able to flush
Yeah, I
out
don't think they had no
the
choice because
storyline.
they told them it was ending. Hmm.
Right, right. Okay. Oh, you just turned 70. Oh, okay. Well,
Hey, okay.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Mhm. Right.
I
Yeah,
know
it's
that's
a
right.
blessing.
That's a blessing,
Oh,
exactly.
I'm telling you, I'm not saying I'm rushing it, but but I know I'm gonna get there when I get there. But some people ain't making it. The way people jumping like
Exactly.
goddamn flies,
So that's
some
definitely a blessing.
definitely a blessing. Um, let's see. I'm a 90s baby to grow up watching these yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, I watched all of these. I mean, I watched every last one. Now, I wasn't old enough, of course, to be in the movie theater when they came out, but I watched them all. So we're gonna give me one quick second here, and then I'm gonna share my
Hmm.
screen. Any other little thoughts that I might have missed about?
I mean, just the music was good, like you said, the scenery, the shots that he got. Now, some of the stuff I said, Dad, y'all got New York looking real horrible, but I mean, I
Oh,
guess
what
in
you mean the way the streets of New York
the
look?
streets was hard, tore the hell up,
Oh,
okay?
where they was back in them times. Yeah, because see, they was
And
they were selling heroin. That was it. Wasn't crack
mhm,
wasn't out yet.
right,
It was
crack wasn't out yet.
coke and dope.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's what everybody was into. And so yeah, the
Mhm.
streets was
And a
bad.
lot of these was in
This
a
was
lot of these
Harlem, right?
movies was Harlem, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this was yeah. A lot of the movies we like hell, of course, Hell Up in Harlem
Mhm.
and Black Caesar. They because
Yeah.
they go together. That was Harlem. A lot of the movies we do see do take a lot of them do take place in Harlem.
Yeah.
Yeah, during that time. Yeah. So um wait a minute, hold on one second. Tamika, you know what would make this even better? If
Wow.
we could have played the damn soundtrack.
I was just saying last night if I could play music on YouTube, it would be a rap. Okay.
Oh, I think our YouTube pages would go up. We'd be doing real good. We could play music. That it would
Hmm.
just take it to another level. Yeah, we would have to do Rumble or one or there's
Hmm.
platforms that you can
Hmm.
do it. Like Rumble is one, Twitch,
Yeah. Mm.
um, and those types of things. Yeah, we would have to just go on some other platform to do that. Just Discord and there's a few others, but
Hmm.
okay, wait a minute. And I'm sorry, the last one because I I had another live before this one, and then I had to eat. So I'm almost got what I need. Um, got one more thing, and then we're gonna get going with it. Okay, I think that's it. And then I can share my screen. I just had like couple little pictures, and remember I told you I said, "Oh, I ain't gonna have that many pictures." Girl, I ended up looking. I had a whole bunch of damn pictures. It never fails. I just gave up now. It is what it is. Um, okay, let me share my screen and we can get going. I apologize. I hate having dead air with like this, so I apologize to everybody. Uh wait a minute. Let me start from the beginning here. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we here. Hey Miss Niecy.
Hey,
Hey.
Miss Nancy.
Yeah. Okay. Now here we go, y'all. All right. So this is our 70s throwback classic. Okay. And um, and Tamika already explained it to y'all when I walked away. Once a month, usually the end of each month, we gonna try to get back on consistently. We're gonna try, So far we did two back to back, Tamika. So we'll see if we can make it on the next one. Um I still hate the whole fight laying up here. Okay. It was confusing me. All right. So now to see, this is where we can start singing Superfly. And you know, because I wish we could play the damn soundtrack. But this Cadillac, Tamika, is did your daddy used to drive a big old Cadillac back in the day?
My uncle too. He was a reverend and he stayed with his Cadillac.
Oh
I
yeah.
thought about him when I was watching this.
And look, they took them Cadillacs very serious. They be out there
Yeah,
shining them,
Simon, yes.
yeah, wiping them down, waxing. You can't just somehow lean up on the car. Get up off the car. Don't be leaning on the car. You know. Mm-mm. We'll start off with these two heroin addicts. In this day and time, we might say crackheads or meth heads, but that wasn't out at that time. These like some dope fiends in here, and they walking through the streets, and they oh wait a minute. They walking through the streets, and they end up trying to rob preach a priest. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to rob him, but he got them real good. He got them real
Yeah, I
good.
don't know why they thought they was gonna be able to just rob him and run away like and get away
Yeah.
like that.
And they was all up in this lady face right here, and then look like she gave him a
Yeah, I
dime,
was
or
like,
and she
damn.
gave him some change, like a dime or nickel or something. They was all up in her face.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then of course he was laying up in the bed with one of his with his white mistress. Her name was Cynthia. Let me go here so I can
Mm-hmm.
remember.
No
I got a
snow
couple.
bunny.
Yeah, little snow bunny, yeah. And her name was Cynthia. And so he said, "Look, I gotta go make a run. I'll be back later."
She's like, "You
And
coming back, Priest? Are you coming back?"
yeah, he offered her and priest always was snorting the coke up his nose, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
he offered her some, and she said, "No, I don't want none right now. I'll get some later." Yeah, she was pressed.
Mm-hmm.
When you coming back? When you coming back? But so then he goes to his place, and he was meeting up with Freddie,
Mm-hmm.
and Freddie didn't have his money. He said, "Sometimes I gotta wait a whole damn month to get my money." He said, "I don't care if you got to put your talking about his wife, put your bitch
Right.
on the stroll. You gonna have my money tonight."
Yeah, Freddie was playing too many games. He should have let Freddie go.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, Freddie. That's another thing I'm saying. This story here is the same story that we might see on Power, or we see on some of these other shows that
Mm-hmm.
we watch. It's the same story of people just do you wrong. Freddie is a snake. Like, I'm
Yep.
not even a snake. He's a rat. He's a rat.
Mm-hmm.
He's a rat. He you know why he probably had that money? Because he probably used the money, and spent it up. He didn't say what happened. He just didn't have the money. Matter
Right.
of fact, Freddie had to get the money because he robbed the didn't he rob a mafia guy?
Yeah, and then he had the
It
nerve
was a
to be
mafia guy
like,
he
he
robbed.
had the
Yeah.
nerve to say, "Oh, I don't mess with that. I don't do that." Like right now, he's telling you if you don't get this, it's gonna be you or your damn wife. It's not about what you want to do or don't want to do when you're in this type of business. I didn't understand how he was even trying to come that way to begin with. Like, you don't get to be like, "Oh no, I don't do that. That's too much for me." It ain't too much, or you wouldn't be in his life. That's why I said he shouldn't have even been here. The fact that you saying that he always be late with the money, and it was a time that you waited a month, and you like, "No, you're gonna get it
Oh no,
tonight, and you
why
better
you
meet
still
me tonight."
why is he still working for Tamika? If somebody
Exactly.
owed you money and you got to keep waiting a month to get your money, you're not gonna be
Right.
dealing with them no more.
Exactly.
Like the first time, okay, you got me, but the second, third time,
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm not. No,
Yeah.
you can find somebody else. There's always somebody out there that can work for you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly. Hey, Mrs.
no.
Best Reviews and Daria, thank y'all for coming through.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I didn't
Uh,
get that. I was like, he being a little too soft with him because that's why he seemed like he feels so comfortable. Like he feel like he
he
could get over on him. You know what I
he
mean?
meant he. I agree with RC. He meant that ish. He meant that. He
Yeah.
said
He was like
tonight.
2 nights, okay?
Look, he with the
2 nights.
emphasis. He said tonight.
Right.
And he said, "No, I'm gonna have my money." He said, "I don't care." Look, he said he was gonna have to put his He told Freddie to put his wife on a stroll. Like, God,
Exactly.
dang, gone. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and then his Eddie, that's his business partner, and Eddie turned out to be, no good too. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, you talking
um,
about something. This is the American dream, ain't it?
right, but he was saying he wanted to get, he was ready to get up out the game. He was ready to
Mm-hmm.
get up out the game. At this point they made him over $1 million in 1972 to make $1 million
Shit, that
for a
was a
black
hell of a
person.
lot. You could
That
give
was
me
a
a
lot. That was a
million
lot
then.
for that was a lot for a white person, but definitely
Yeah,
for somebody black. Look,
yeah,
$1 million is a
definitely.
lot now, but I'm talking.
Yeah,
I mean,
back then.
then it was
Hmm.
different because now
Yeah,
you can make $1 million,
the
but by the
cost of
time you pay
living was
Uncle
completely
Sam,
different.
yeah, the cost of living was totally different. It was much
Hmm.
cheaper than what we spend now. So if you had
Hmm.
$1 million, cost of living is really cheap. You could live. You was probably living like you were you was wealthy at that time. You
Yeah,
were wealthy if you had $1 million, but now $1 million by the time you pay Uncle Sam, the federal, state taxes and all this stuff, you're really not a millionaire no more. You might end up with maybe 500,000 or something like that, but Uncle Sam gonna get their cut right off the top. So so I forgot his homeboy name here. He worked for I forget, and RC probably know because he said he's seen this movie over 50 times. The guy with the afro, I don't forgot his name, but he worked for Priest, and they was meeting up at they was meeting up at Scatter's place at his bar, and he told me, he had his wife with him, and Freddie was acting all just goofy. He was just goofy, and the wife he was like, he
that's
was on.
exactly what I was about to say. You took the words out of my mouth, and I don't know if that's how they wanted the character to come across. Maybe they did, but he was goofy to me. The way I was like, how the hell he even get this woman? Like he just seemed like a pushover, and she was getting what
And
she
she's
could get
talking like
while
an
she was
airhead though
with.
too. She on
Yeah,
drugs. She's like, "What you
and
want
I
to
was
eat?"
even wondering that, like, was he on something else, or was both of them on something else? I don't know, but something was off with them. I don't know. But maybe that's just how they wanted the
Oh,
character
okay,
to
okay. So
come across.
RC corrected me. They had 300,000 at that point, but Priest wanted to end up with 1 million after his last dope deal. Okay, that's you're right about that. Um, yeah, because I even had a couple of notes here. You're right. He wanted, yeah, he wanted to leave the business altogether. So he was planning on buying 30 kilos of cocaine so that him and Eddie could leave. Yeah, well, he was assuming Eddie was going to leave the business, but Eddie wasn't going nowhere.
Right. Eddie
um
didn't really want to go. He did, and you're right because he
mhm.
made that three
Within
hundred
4 months
thousand
they would
off.
make a million,
Right.
$1 million.
In
Yeah,
4 months, that was his plan because
that was it,
he
so
was
he could
able to
retire.
make this money off of what Scatter gave him, and then Scatter has said he was done with it, and he
Right,
was
he
like,
was leaving
he'll do
too.
it one more time for me, and that's when he went, to go to him with his plan. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And Scatter is a retired dealer himself. And he the one who started Priest in the business in the first place. And he got a little hole in the wall, like a little bar. And I'm gonna tell y'all, sidebar, them little hole in the wall places sometimes got the best drinks and even got some good food too. Them
Oh
little bars, like
yeah.
the little neighborhood
Uh-huh.
bar. And I know
Hmm.
you got a neighborhood bar somewhere in your neighborhood because
Oh yeah.
yeah, the neighborhood bars sometimes they be the drinks be good and they
Hmm.
don't be too expensive, as opposed to going to like a restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bar that's by me that been there since I was a little girl.
Mhm.
Not too
Mhm.
far
Oh,
from my
oh yeah.
house.
Mhm. And well, everybody know everybody who go in there then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
Hmm.
know if you first time coming in there, they know. So, but Scatter was also like retired himself, but Eddie wanted Scatter to give them the name of who the connect was, and
Right.
um, and he wasn't trying to do it. He wasn't. Oh, this is why one thing before I move on to the next thing. I think did y'all notice that Priest messed up when his homeboy here with the afro said, "Oh, uh, he had a deal. He had a connect or something, right? Or some kind of
Yeah, he said
right?
uptown. Oh, you're gonna
And
be
he said uptown.
downtown. We can meet
No,
up.
he
And
said
he
he going
said
downtown. He said, "Oh no, I got
uptown.
to go uptown."
He
And
said
then he right when he
scatter.
was sitting there drinking that cold Budweiser, he noticed it slipped out that he
Yeah,
said that, and
yeah.
Freddie remembered
That
that
was
information.
his big mistake too, and he knew it was a mistake that he shouldn't have said it out loud when he said it. Like he thought
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Because if you look
Hmm.
at it, if you got to be paying attention because it happened really quick.
Yeah.
He almost like, oh snap, why did I say
Right.
that? You know.
Right.
And of course, Scatter, we know him from we just already talked about Hell Up in Harlem,
Hmm.
Black Caesar, and a slew of other things. I saw him on Good Times. I've seen him on The Jeffersons. I've seen him
Yeah.
on a whole bunch of different things. That actor has been on everything. And let me see. Let me get his Julius Harris. Julius Harris. He's been on so many things. He got a long resume, acting resume. So um, and then of course we got Sheila Frazier. She plays Georgia, and I guess this was his main girl. Cynthia was just the mistress, side piece girl. But they was rolling around in that bathtub, you know what I'm saying? And they was having a good old love scene right here. She held it down. Georgia held it down. She was like like they Bonnie and Clyde. She held it
Yeah,
down.
I always remember that scene from when I was a little girl because, like I said, my mother used to watch all these movies with me, and I always remember that scene. But I loved seeing him with this beautiful chocolate woman, even though she was trying to play in her face a little bit, and she knew he
Yes.
was.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
loved seeing him with her versus seeing him with the snow bunny that
Oh
we
yeah,
see
with the
him with
snow
in the
bike. Yeah,
beginning.
I ain't had no feelings for her. Yeah, and you're right, RC. He was in Julius Harris was in Let's Do It Again and Friday Foster. And Friday
Hmm.
Foster, which was all Pam Grier's movie too.
Yeah,
And
that's on our list too.
he played her boss in that movie.
Hmm.
Yeah, he played her boss. Because she was a reporter. She was like a journalist or reporter or something like that.
Hmm.
So we going that's on our list. So that's probably gonna be coming up next in another, at some point to soon. We got to finish off the Pam Grier movies. Um, no, that list is so long. RC, we really should be doing the movie every day to give it to get through that list.
Mhm.
Um, but this is when everything fell apart because this
Yep,
fool Freddie gets into a damn fight with somebody on the street and he get arrested.
dummy.
Big dummy.
About his wife, right? And if you know
Yeah,
that
because the
that's
man
your
said
wife,
something about his damn wife.
yeah, like that was so ignorant. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, he gets he gets into a it was just real dumb. He was picked up for fighting, and he was beat up by the police, and then of course this is when we know that he gonna go and run his mouth to the cops.
he's sitting there crying. They slapping him
Yeah.
around.
Now, one reason I wanted to highlight these scenes is because back in the 70's, um, people was 60's and 70's, people was into doing martial arts, especially in the
Hmm.
70's. Martial art was big. I didn't take martial arts, but I had cousins that did, and they the one who got me into like watching a whole lot of Bruce Lee movies. I watched all the Bruce Lee movies, and then all the come on Kung Fu Theater used to come on Saturdays,
Yep.
and I used to watch all the Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, all them people was it's a whole slew of people. I mean, what's that? The Five Fingers of Death.
Hmm.
What's the other one called? The Deadly Venom, and then there's
Hmm.
actually a movie called Wu Tang, 36 Chambers.
Yeah.
That's actually and it's so funny that the group they
Right.
love
Yeah, they love. Yeah,
RZA is a
exactly.
huge RZA and all of them
Exactly.
is big
Yeah.
martial art people. So they took
Hmm.
that name from there. So I've watched a lot of those movies back in the day.
Mhm.
Love all, especially Bruce Lee. He's my favorite of everybody.
Mhm.
I may have to one day do a Bruce Lee,
Yeah, Jim
Bruce Lee
Kelly,
movie.
Dolomite, even
Yeah,
what's his name?
Jim Kelly, yeah, and they
Kareem
all
Abdul-Jabbar was cool with him. Yeah.
right, right. Yeah, everybody black love because Bruce Lee loved black people, and
Mhm.
he taught black people the how to he used to train a lot of black people. He used to train the Black Panthers. He used to work with the Black Panthers too. Martial art was huge in the black community, and I don't know what happened. I know black people still do martial arts, but it's not like it was. Like you ain't seeing people fighting in the street doing martial arts now. People would rather kick your butt back then than to pull out a gun. Now they ain't even trying to fight no more. They just want to shoot you and kill you. Yeah, I one day I'm gonna do.
I think they do still actually have a lot of
Oh, it's still
black people that's into martial arts. It's probably not shown as much,
yeah, it's just
but
not shown. Yeah,
yeah, because like
yeah,
my
that's correct.
nephew, some of my friends' kids, they actually
Oh no, they
do
still
they
do it. No, martial
karate
arts.
training. And somebody who does keep up with it, and I feel like, sometimes people try to play in his face too. I know he won a big award last year, Michael Jai White.
He got so many black belts. He
Hmm.
got every color belt. That guy is phenomenal. And I love him, because he's good eye candy. But I just love watching him fight, though. I love watching him do his thing. Um, he said your granddad got you hooked on Bruce Lee. I'm telling you, black folk love Bruce
Oh
Lee.
yeah,
Yeah,
my
the Five
dad. We
Deadly
used to
Venoms.
be
I
in
used to
here
watch
watching
all of them.
all of that.
I
Yes,
used to watch
yes.
I'm telling you, and if them things
Hmm.
come on TV now, I would sit and watch them. I love them. I love them,
Yeah.
even though
Hmm.
So yeah, one day I'm gonna do a Bruce Lee. He didn't have a lot of movies, so I got a whole DVD set of all of Bruce
Oh
movies.
yeah, I do
Maybe one
too.
day
Right back there.
maybe one day we do
Hmm.
Into the Dragon or something like that because that was the last. That was his big motion picture movie. He only had that big one motion picture movie.
Yeah, that always makes me
Jim
think
Kelly's in it.
about my dad, because we used to watch uh the karate movies together, and then certain different westerns. So sometimes even when something come on, I watch it just because, and I can't even think of the name of it right now, y'all. I'm so mad because y'all know my mind go blink. But it's about the father who, I believe, the wife got taken out, and it's just him and his son. He's a baby at the time, and he be on a journey with him, and he have him and
Mm,
be busting people down with him, and then
mm.
keep on going. I'm so mad I can't think of, but that was
Yeah,
my dad, one of my
I
dad's
can't think of what
favorites.
you're talking about.
And
It's a
every time I
western
see that one, no, that one is a karate one.
karate. Okay,
Oh God, I'm so
I
mad
can't.
that my mind is blank right now.
And once late on the night, in the
It'll
middle of
pop
the
in my
night,
head.
you gonna remember
Yeah.
around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock tonight. It's gonna come in your head. You can text me and tell me what it is because it might
Yeah.
have been something I seen, or maybe I haven't because I haven't seen everything, but I've watched a lot of them back then. But yeah. So one thing about he was well trained. He was well trained. Um, and so now this is what we talking about. So it's you got into a fight because a guy was talking bad about your wife. You get caught by the police. They arrest you, beat you up, and everything. And you just go so because you don't want to go to prison, go to jail. And, you gonna just start ratting and telling everything.
Yeah.
And they was gonna bust him on drug charges too, because he had gun on him, he had drugs on him. So he don't want to do no jail time. So let me just tell everything. I mean, so that's why Priest shouldn't have said that he was going uptown because
Exactly.
he mentioned this to Freddie mentioned this to the cops.
Yeah.
So
Freddie wasn't about that life. He really
mhm.
wasn't. He wanted the money and the lifestyle of it, but he really, didn't want to do certain things. And then here, as soon as, they get him for him being dumb, because that was his own fault, he telling in 2.5 seconds. So,
A 2.5. I mean, it was in no time. He was telling and spilling all the beans. Okay, to make an add into the dragon on the list. We gonna have to do that because we got Jim Kelly in that one too, so we can highlight him.
yeah.
Yeah, so add that one onto the list. Because everybody here said they love Bruce Lee. So he said he told and then they arrested him. Glad he oh yeah, and then yeah, so they were getting ready to take him out. They were getting ready to go lock him up, and he runs, so they I guess they get ready to put him in the paddy wagon or in the car or whatever, take him to the jail. He goes and runs out, dogs jumps out into the street, got hit by a car and died.
Exactly. But
He
that
got
was
what he
the best
deserved.
thing. Yeah, that was the best thing that could have happened to him because either way, he was gonna end up getting got. He wasn't gonna
Oh
make
yeah,
it in
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
streets.
yeah. Between the
Yeah.
cops,
Mm-hmm.
somebody in prison would have got him. Priest would have got to him. He would have got his anyway. So, I mean, that's yeah. I mean, just go. He attempts to escape and is killed when he runs out in front of the car. I mean, that's
Shogun
crazy.
Assassin. Thank you, Lady Virtue, because I was over here still trying to look it up. That is my
Oh,
shit right
Shogun. I don't
there.
think I've seen that one.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
I don't. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look up see if
Thank
I can find it.
you. Yeah, that's
Uh,
a good one. He don't
Shogun.
be
Okay.
playing.
Hey, beloved
Hey,
reviews.
beloved
Hey.
reviews.
Um. Yeah. Well, and then in the soundtrack, there's a song called "Freddie's Dead," and so, so, uh, and hey, it is
Yep,
what it is.
Freddy's dead, baby.
And Freddie's dead. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Don't nobody feel sorry for him.
Hmm.
So and no, and you know how we always do a funeral or repast for somebody. He ain't getting one.
Yeah, he do not get one
No,
at
his ass go
all.
right in the fire. Okay. And then Sheila Frazier. Oh, wait, every time you see her played in something, she always played a love interest. She's been a love interest to Fred
Hmm.
Williamson before. She been
Hmm.
a love interest to Jim Brown before. I mean, she was the girl back in the 70's.
Oh yeah,
I think she was the
beautiful.
girl. She been in a lot of movies when she played the
Hmm.
love interest of somebody, and she looked good here with that
And
the
she
mink coat.
working it, okay, with the
That
hat and the
mink, I
coat.
need that. I need that.
Yes.
I need that hat and coat. Okay, I need that.
Hmm.
And I dare somebody throw some paint on me. That Peter people, we be out there fighting. And look, this is a sidebar. You remember the movie when Wanda Sykes? What's the movie with the Chris Rock movie? Uh, and he was, he had died, and she was the maid in the house or something like that. She had that coat, that mink coat on, and Peter came and threw the red paint on her. Wanda ended up going off and whipping their butt. I forget what's the name of that movie, Chris Rock. Oh,
I think I know what
it's
you're
a
talking
it's
about,
a
but I
funny Chris
can't
Rock
think of the
movie.
name of it.
You would know it if I can remember. Somebody in the chat might. It's one of Chris Rock. It's a funny one. Yeah. I cannot think of the name of it right offhand. But when I seen that white coat, I said, "Oh yeah, they better not be come around." They wasn't doing that back then. They wasn't bold
Mm-mm.
enough to do that. Nah, no, not Pootie Tang. What's the other one
Mm-mm.
when he had died and became a like an angel, a ghost or something. I mean, you know what I mean, not a ghost, but he was in another in a rich white man's body.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't
Yeah,
think of
I
the
can't think
name
of the
of
name of
it.
it because he played a stand up comic, Down to Earth.
Down to Earth.
Down
Yep.
to Earth. Thank
Hmm.
you. Yeah, I'm telling you, look,
Hmm.
our memories get bad now. I can't even remember nothing no more. Down to Earth. But Monda had a white mink coat on like that, and
Hmm.
they came and threw some red. Look, it was supposed to
My
be like
mom
blood.
and aunts and cousins used to wear those. I'll
Oh,
tell
my mother
you,
had mink. She had
when I was
foxes.
looking, I said, "Dag, yeah, they used to be rocking them hats and them coats."
My mother had them. My mother had even the ones that wasn't. My mother had a real like fox jackets and all that and
Mhm,
fur.
mhm,
But even
mhm,
the ones that wasn't real, they looked
mhm,
real. And she was wearing them with the matching purse and had the boots
mhm.
on and all that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, I wear a mink coat now. I just can't, I just ain't going out buying one, but shit, if I got one, I sure would wear one. No, I love them. Um, yeah. So at this point, he was telling Georgia that he wanted to lead the game.
Yeah,
And he was like, "Look, I can't." She said, "Well, why don't you just leave right now?" He said, "No, I don't have enough money. He can't just go out here
they
and get a
always
job."
say that I ain't got enough
Yeah.
money. I
Now,
gotta get
in
more money.
1972, $300,000 was still a lot of money. You could live very comfortable. You see, he was living good. He had a nice
Mm-hmm.
apartment. They walk around with mink coats on and shit. He still was living very good with
Mm-hmm.
300,000 in 1972.
Yeah.
So he could have quit right then and there. But he was like, no, that's not enough. And they always say that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you was just saying. They always say that. And look at what just happened. We watched Raising Canaan. You got to keep being greedy. You got to keep going back.
Mm-hmm.
He just cannot seem to walk away. It's that
Yeah.
money and that
He
power.
got his plan and he's saying he following it, but most times, you
Say, yeah, you
don't
was high
really
class if
do.
you had a coat. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I don't know if my mother's coat was mink, but she definitely had a fox. I know that, like a jacket, and then she had the long coat. Now that might not been real. That might have been, a faux fur. But however, it looked real to me when I was a child. You know what I'm saying? So as a child, I thought it was real fur. Well, they was supposed to be going to well, they was going to meet up with Scatter, right? Yeah, they was going to meet up with Scatter, and they end up getting stopped by these dirty cops. And turns out the cops are the ones that's running the drug game in New York City, which don't surprise me at all.
Mm-mm.
It don't surprise me. And it ain't just because it's New York. They did it in DC, they did it in LA, they did it down south, they did it in Detroit, they did every major city you could all around the United States. The
Yeah.
cops were running the drug game. You know what I'm saying? They were doing it. It was the mafia and the cops, they were all intertwined together. You know, the so it definitely don't surprise me at all. And they was like basically, they made it so that Preach couldn't leave even if he wanted to. Because if he had tried to leave, they would have killed him.
Well,
So
yeah, he didn't know all that part at that time, but he still
no,
was
at that time,
skeptical
no,
about
he didn't
it.
know all that.
But
He found that out later. But
yeah,
yeah,
what's his name? His friend, or supposed to be his friend.
yeah,
He was so excited by this right off the
yeah,
bat. He
Eddie.
said, "Oh, Eddie, yeah." He was like, "Oh, wow, yeah, this is a whole new way, for us as well. I wasn't expecting this. This changes everything. That's how I felt before this happened. Now that this happened, we could go ahead with this." And he was super
Hmm.
excited about it, but
Oh
Priest
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
as
He
excited as him.
he could no because yeah he wasn't excited. He definitely probably want to work with no cops. And
Hmm.
then two, his whole goal was just trying to get out the game. And Eddie
Yeah.
was not trying to go nowhere.
Yeah, no,
You
they
know.
had two different, frame of mind. Even though he was trying to say it was because of this, but I felt like even without that, he probably wouldn't have been getting
And
out. He
that's
would
why I
have
said
still.
that's why I said, man, you like Tommy and Ghost, because Ghost kept trying to want to lead the game and started
Hmm.
legit business. And and then he wanted to be a politician and all that. But he always kept that one foot in the street because it was either Tasha or Tommy or something was kept pulling him back in. And Eddie is just like that. Like he really don't want Priest to go nowhere. He don't want Priest to go anywhere. So um and this is when these are just some of the guys that some of the workers that work with Priest and Eddie, and they pushing the product because he was like, "Look, we got to go and start bagging the stuff up, cutting it up and bagging it up, and then they getting it out there on the street." So I mean, they doing this, and all this is the coke and the heroin and all that. And this is during all this time when all these scenes, Tamika, this when the soundtrack was jumping in the movie. Then, like it was just playing, it was playing all through the movie. Um, and then these guys were like, what would you call them? They wasn't like Black Panthers, but they were like the vigilante type guys in the neighborhood. And they were trying to like almost shake down Priest, asking him for money. Say, you need to give back to the community that you're destroying.
Right.
And he said, I ain't giving you nothing. Priest said, I ain't giving you nothing. This is when we knew Eddie would never get out the game. We knew Eddie was not getting out the game. Yeah,
Hmm.
during this time here, going back when they had this conversation here,
Yeah.
Eddie was not getting out the game. Matter of fact, he
Mm-mm.
questioned it the whole time. Even when Priest first brought it to his attention, he was like, "Why you want to leave? We got it
Right.
going on. This American dream. We living good, eating good, good. Yeah, but eventually this game, you never can stay in this game long. We all the shows that we
Exactly.
watch and all the TV that we watch, the movies we watch, and then watching the news of real life people, we see that you're either going to prison, you're going to die, or you're going to end up a bum like how Franklin was on Snowfall. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Exactly.
there's never no happy end. It's very. I'm not saying there's some. There are
Very
some people.
few. That's what I was
Very few.
saying.
I
Like
was just going to say
everybody's
very
not
few,
gonna actually meet their goal and then just get to
and
walk
walk
away.
away and start
Yeah.
a business and become.
Hmm.
There are people who've done it, so I don't want to say no
Hmm.
one because somebody can always come up with an example. But that's
Hmm.
one or two or three people. That's not the collective. Most of the people around the country, you see what usually happens to them. Hell, we saw what happened to like even like people El Chapo and all them big boys. What now? What happened? Look with them. You know what I'm saying? You at some point you gonna get up out of here. It's just how it is. So, um, but they was waiting to set up a deal with somebody. Now, Priest end up going to why did he go to meet with the mafia? And I'm trying to remember what he.
Because he wanted to protect himself. Like remember that Scatter had came to him, told him that they was after him, which I didn't really understand why they was after Scatter because
Oh yeah, I got my pictures out of
Scatter
order.
was
You right.
done with them
Yeah,
and he
you
had
right.
put him on to work with them, but then all of a sudden Scatter came and said, you know, they after me. He was like, well, what do you mean? What are you talking about? He said, you ain't got no money. He told him like everything that I did thinking I'm getting legit and I'm getting this paperwork. He said is no use to me right now.
Yeah,
He
yeah, you
needed
right.
cash. And then
I got the pictures flipped.
the one
This
smart
this scene
thing,
happened first. This
yes,
happened
the
first.
one
Yeah,
smart thing that Scatter did is that he had info that they didn't know that he had on them. He gave
right.
that to Priest, and that's what Priest was taking over
And
there
and that's
to,
when Priest went to go meet
to
with. Yeah,
protect, have his protection, yeah, and just in
right.
case, so he could use that in his, you know, and how you
Correct.
say
Correct.
in your back pocket, have something
Yeah,
else for when they come after him. Because God told him, if they coming after me, do you really think they won't come after you later? You ain't getting up out of here like that. So
because Scatter wanted to he wanted to leave too, and they kept trying to pull him back in.
right,
You know,
exactly. And she
so
made me laugh too when she said, yeah, even she didn't want him to get out. She said, well, what do you mean? You know, you changing and you can't stop. You know, what does that mean for us? Like, you know,
that's
so
what I'm
you had
saying.
the ones that didn't want him to get out. And then when Scatter was coming upstairs, he told her, well, when he get upstairs, I need you to step in the other room for a minute. She said, well, this is my apartment. He said, I said, take your ass in that other room. Like it don't matter if it's your apartment or not. You know he not coming upstairs to see you. So
Right,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
I got the pictures out of order, but that's right because this
Uh-huh.
happened first, and then he went to see those hitman. Said
Hmm.
Priest checked her. He
Right,
said,
exactly. Do what I
do
tell
what I
you.
tell you to do."
Yeah, she's like, this is my place. You better, girl.
It doesn't matter if it's your place.
Exactly. Like you
No,
know damn
mm-mm.
well he ain't coming
You
upstairs
might
to see
get
you. You don't
you
know
might
him.
you might get your a shoe up your butt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, talking about this is my place. Yeah,
Hmm.
he probably paying the bills for.
Exactly.
Lord, Ron O'Neal had a lot of damn chest hair. I mean, he hairy as hell. Like it's one thing to have a little bit of hair as a man, but that's a lot of hair. He had a
Hmm.
lot of hair on his body.
Yeah, he was
Um,
here.
and so after he leaves Priest, he coming down the street and they grabbing him.
They
So
was already waiting for him.
they
Yep,
was
they was
already
following
waiting for
him.
him.
So it
They
was
was
a
all
good thing he dropped off the stuff when he did, for real.
right. Yeah, they was already waiting on him. And then they gave him a hot shot and took him up out of here and tried to say it
Yeah.
was an overdose.
I felt bad for him.
I
Yeah.
did too. Yeah. Um yeah, and then they tried to they said Scatter is captured by the corrupt police who gave him a fatal overdose of drugs.
Hmm.
Um and then Priest was enraged and scared, and
Mm-hmm.
that's when he gave the information to the two mafia,
Yeah.
um so because he was gonna try to put also a hit on them other guys. He, like y'all was saying, it was like a protection in case
Mm-hmm.
something happened to him, and he got that protection in his back pocket. So,
Exactly.
but he goes to Eddie and said, "Look, do do you think Scatter was no?" Well, Eddie was trying to make it seem like it was an accident, and
Yeah,
he
talking
said,
about
"Man, this was."
scared of OD. He said he ain't
He said
OD.
he
They
ain't
took his
OD.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't. He definitely did not OD, and so he knew that I think he had already had everything in play by this time.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
he did
He
because
did.
after this scene,
I
eh,
couldn't stand Eddie Raggedy ass
right,
for this. I mean,
right
he
here,
ain't
look at
wait
him
not
getting on the
1 second before he hopping on the phone
getting
to
on the
freaking
phone,
rat him out.
yeah, ratted him out, and he already had things set, and had
Mm-hmm.
Georgia come dressed up like a old lady or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and switched the suitcases
Switch the suitcase.
with the
Yep.
money in, because so I guess that the money he already made was the 300, because
Mm-hmm.
they ain't make the $1 million yet. They had
Right,
so
RC. 1 minute he was saying, "Oh yeah, poor Eddie, he OD," but the next minute he turned it around and used that to say like, "Oh yeah, they took out Scatter. What make you think they gonna take out him?" And then he's talking about, "I don't mind. I've been used all my life. Let them go ahead and use me. I would love, I love being
that's
used
what
in
I'm
this way. Let
saying.
the white man do what he want to do. Like that's you. Then if you want to be used, but you can't make me stay in it." Because you want to be in it, and now all of a sudden you know what happens to Scatter, and you want to throw it in my face. I did not like Eddie once he
No,
started
no,
to get
Eddie was
crap.
trash. Eddie
Yeah.
needs to go in this fire behind us. He's trash. Eddie, this is what I'm trying to say about this lessons in this movie. Freddie was a rat, and he snaked Priest. And then, okay, we can understand Freddie, because Freddie didn't he was just a fat dude. You know what I'm saying? We don't expect nothing from
Freddie
Freddie.
ain't really have much sense.
No, he ain't had much sense. We don't expect nothing from him. But Eddie is supposed to be your right hand man, your business partner, your best friend, and he snake you like this, all because you don't want to lead you don't want him to lead the business. You want him to stay selling drugs for the rest of his life. He wanted to get out. Remember, if was it Hellup and Harlem was the same way. They didn't want
uh,
him to leave. But in Black Season,
yeah. Uh-huh.
no, well, by the time he got to Hellup and Harlem, that's when he was trying to leave and all that too. And that guy in there did Fred Williamson's character wrong. So I mean, I'm telling you, but people would turn on you so fast. It'd be the people who's your best friend, could be your family member, but they had this thing set up, and she come, nobody ain't paid no attention that was her. Well,
No,
he
I
ended up,
was laughing. I said, "Go ahead, Georgia." Yeah, she was out with
yeah,
that
no,
bag.
they had no idea, no,
They
and
didn't think nothing of it at all.
no, and they was waiting for him because they arrested Priest, and but see all that karate training helped him because he was kicking their butt. He was he was kicking their butt. I mean, now let me ask this. This is something
This
I
scene made me laugh too, though, because one, they stopped him with the patrolman, had them wait until the detectives got there, and they just knew that the money was in the bag because, of course, Eddie already told them that. But even before they got to that part, like this scene when they started fighting and slapping him because they said, "Who you think you're talking to?" and he didn't know that he had knew all the dirt on him. The way that they cut it, like the way they put the shots up. It was like
mhm,
1 minute he was standing there with the hammer on him, but the next minute you ain't see him no more. And the two guys went boom, boom, fighting
mhm,
him, and then he was like, that scene just cracked me up the way that they cut it, but they knew
yeah.
it was nothing that they could do to him, so I was like,
No, it was
ha
nothing they could
ha.
do. No, and he definitely, he used that karate training, came in handy,
Hmm.
um and then also it explains that he had hired those hitmen
Yeah,
to come
he
in.
was still sniffing the stuff up his nose, RC.
Oh yeah, yeah. He never stopped doing that. Yeah. He never stopped doing that. Um yeah, and then he ended up walking away, free because um driving off of Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's
And
the
they
reason
were
why.
so disrespectful. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you up, Inga,
Uh,
but and we already know how they feel, but I'm just saying the way he was sitting there calling him the N-word, calling him out his name, automatically assuming like what you gonna do? What else could you do with your life? What you gonna pimp out people? All you gonna do is be out here on drugs. And of course, he took a sniff as he was saying that. But he thought, like, oh, this dummy, you just another one of these people that's out here on these drugs. What could you possibly know or do? So I like that
mhm.
he showed him this is what I could do. I got all your information, your little raggedy daughter, your son, your wife, and if anything happened to me, one damn hair is out of place, bitch. They gonna be on your neck like right on vice. And he thought he
Exactly
was
right.
bull crapping.
Yeah.
So he seen that
Because
and
he
see
had
that.
he had he had that he paid the hitman
Mm-hmm.
to take, yeah, so he was able to drive off. And I think I think that's why they did the was it the Return to Superfly or something, or what was the next one
Mm-hmm.
after that? TNT.
I think CNC.
I think I can't.
Let
Yeah,
me
let me.
see. I don't know.
Uh, man, I think I just read it. Okay. They said Ron O'Neal reprised his role as young blood priest in 1973 film Superfly
Yeah.
TNT, which he also directed.
Mm.
Um, and so yeah, I didn't get into the Superfly TNT one. I mean, that's when they was showing him. I forget, I can't even remember what happened. I think, did he come back to New York, or I couldn't even remember. I can't even remember, but I know he took off and um but yeah, that one no one talks about the TNT one. And if you going anytime somebody bring up Superfly or bring up Ron O'Neal, it's this version. They don't nobody even bring up those other ones. So I don't even remember. I remember seeing them, but I don't even remember the movie. Like I don't remember anything that really happened in it. So um Priest and his girl ended up going to Italy. That's where they made Superfly. Yeah, okay. I knew it was something. I couldn't remember what happened in the movie. I knew he did escape. I remember that. He escaped and got away. Um yeah, but it wasn't good. That's why I don't remember it, RC. That's why I don't remember, because I knew it wasn't good. I knew it wasn't good. So um yeah, this movie, it's not even the movie, because I was telling my son the movie actually probably ain't really all that great. It's the soundtrack that make it good. It's the soundtrack, you know. I mean, nothing against Ron O'Neal, rest in peace to him, but it's the soundtrack that make the movie great. I think Shaft is a better movie than Superfly. Just overall, I think Shaft is a better story. It's really the script, because Ron O'Neal was a
Well,
great
no,
actor.
I think that Shaft is like a more in-depth story, but I understood the story, with Superfly too, but I feel like it didn't go as deep. And I don't really think you
Yeah,
have to go as deep, because you kind of understand and get the
yeah,
concept of him being
yeah.
this dealer that want to get out, want to change his life, want
I,
to get one big, one last big
and
score.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And also too, it's a cautionary tale of like your friend snitching on you, or your friend,
Hmm.
or your people,
Yeah.
everybody turned their back on them. And we see the
Hmm.
story time and time again.
Oh
It
yeah.
happens
How many
almost
different
everything
movies
we
and
watch,
shows
we
have
see this.
used that? Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, so this this was good. Overall, I was still excited to watch the movie again. And you know, we have been talking about doing this movie for the longest. So um overall I
And
still,
I'm glad he was able to get over on his ass and hold that over his head. You know.
right, right, right. Yeah, because that man at the end, he was the deputy, what they say was the deputy, like he was in charge of the police department.
Yeah, he was a higher up of the police department. I
Yeah,
forgot his exact title, but
let
he
me
knew
see.
his title and he
Deputy
knew.
commissioner.
Yeah,
Deputy
commissioner.
commissioner, and
Yeah.
he
Mm-hmm.
ran the whole
Mm-hmm.
daggone, yeah. So um oh, one scene that I didn't take a picture of, the pimp that was in the movie, they
Mm-hmm.
had the white suit on and the red hat. He was a
Yeah.
real life pimp, that guy. He was a real life pimp because I was watching a
The
little
documentary.
documentary behind the scenes stuff. He
Mm-hmm.
was a real life pimp. His name is Casey, and that car that Priest was riding, that's that pimp's real life car. He let them use the car for the movie. Let him use his car for the movie. So, um,
Yeah, you could tell he took good care of that bad boy,
that
honey.
joy, yeah, I'm telling you that that car is
Mm-hmm.
everything. Yeah. So, now you don't see nobody riding around no big cars like that now. So, unless well, we call them vintage now. When you see like they be at car shows and stuff like that, but but it was
Mm-hmm.
like the
And
norm
my
for
uncle,
at the
he
time.
used to upgrade his like maybe I don't even know, maybe between 2 to 4 years, and but he always kept it was like the same car, but I guess he was just upgrading the year, but he
Oh,
consistently and
yeah,
it was
yeah.
always shining and glistening,
It
baby.
was either
He never
Cadillac.
got no other kind of different car.
No, that's how they no. You just keep upgrade. It's either
Hmm.
Cadillac or it's a Lincoln Continental. It's
Yep.
you might
Hmm.
see some Buicks or something like that, but
Hmm.
it was always some big ass long cars. Because I remember
Yeah.
my everybody in
Hmm.
my family had a Lincoln or a Cadillac, a Lincoln or Cadillac. Everybody, my
Hmm.
grandfather, my mother and father, everybody. It
Yep.
didn't matter if you was a woman or a man. Everybody had them. Yeah. Yeah, Gordon Parks senior did Shaft,
Hmm. Hmm.
junior did Superfly. That is correct. That is absolutely correct. Yeah, listen, we love these 70s movies.
Yeah.
I'm love, you know, I love all that 70s era anyway. I love the fashion, the
Yeah.
music. I just love the people of that time frame. So that's that to me, that's my era. I mean, I wasn't an adult, I was just being born in the 70s, but I really love that 70s time. I really
Hmm.
do. And I love the 80s as well, but the 70s, because that was by that time I'm, you know, growing up in the 80s. But um
Hmm.
yeah, I love watching any kind of
Hmm.
documentary. So have we decided yet, or you gonna put a poll, or you just gonna pick one? Because you're gonna do the next one, right?
Well, yeah, I know I got the next one.
Because I don't think Moochie is ready to jump in on us yet. Because I thought maybe she was going to come in tonight. She talked to me yesterday saying she was going to try, but this is the time when she getting her dad ready for bed and everything. So it's
Yeah.
she will, when things get settled for her, she'll come back and join
Hmm.
us. Um, but yeah, so if whatever one you want. Oh no, we did. I think Tamika did Purple
We
Rain.
been to Purple Rain, child.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't on that with you. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did with somebody else.
Um.
Yeah. The
So technically, Sheba Baby was supposed to be the next one because, like I said, Shaft had got 43%, Superfly had 32%, and then Sheba Baby had 25%. So Shaft was, I mean, Superfly was just a little higher than Sheba Baby,
hmm
and so that was supposed to be the next one, and then like Ingo already mentioned, we got a freaking list longer than my damn arm, so
Yeah.
pretty much we would go like look at that list and put the next four movies
We'll
up
put
there
like
for y'all
we'll
to
put
be
like
able
three or
to
four up in a poll and see.
choose, yeah, which ones, and then it usually goes from the highest to the lowest. So like um you never heard of Sheba Baby? Oh Lord, Miss Lisa. Yeah,
Oh,
some of
that's
y'all, if you
Pam
never
Grier.
heard of this, some of y'all gotta go update. Okay, that's
Yeah,
the Pam
it's a
Grier
Pam
movies,
Grier
okay?
movie. Yeah,
Um
it's one of her series of movies. And Friday Foster. Well, you
yeah.
might as well watch them, Miss Nisi, because we're
So
gonna end up doing them.
I'll try to get the the poll together
Oh, matter of
sometime
fact,
this week. I ain't gonna say tonight because I got another lot
no,
to
no,
do
no, not
tonight.
tonight. You had
But yeah,
something else. No, no, I wanted to
sometime
tell
this
Miss Nisi and everybody that
week. Hmm.
it's Tubi has those or they did. Let me make sure they still have them. But Tubi had all of them at one point. Let me see. And also Ice T has a network called the OG network, and
Yeah.
all of those movies are on there too for free.
Hmm.
A lot of them. I ain't gonna say, oh, but he got a quieter, he got the Mac, he got Superfly, he
Right.
got a
Yeah.
bunch of them. Yeah. So and
Hmm.
that's a free platform. at least right now, because it's still brand
Right.
new, you know.
Hmm.
Um, yes,
Yeah,
Tubi
some you
had
can find on Tubi, some you even find on YouTube. It just depends. And then,
yeah,
like Uma said, the OG. Yeah.
Amazon Prime. If you're a
Hmm.
Prime member, you can
Yeah.
watch it.
I've
Tubi,
watched a
Pluto,
lot of them on YouTube.
TV, and then of course you can find them. Some of them you can find on YouTube for free. Yeah, but
Hmm.
that's your homework to go and watch
Yeah.
Sheba Baby and Friday Foster on Tubi. And yeah, and you can probably find it on YouTube as well.
Hmm.
But if you can't
Yeah, you
find it,
just type it in and see which places it's playing. But sometimes you definitely could catch it up there.
and
You
even if
know.
sometimes you gotta, even if it's ones you gotta pay, sometimes just be like $2.99. It ain't that expensive. You spend more than that
Hmm.
doing something else. You know, you can't even go to the movies for $2.99 no more. So
Right.
sometimes there's some platforms might have you rent it for $2.99 or $3.99, and I'm all right with that because
Hmm.
it's only a couple. That's only a couple of bucks. So um,
Yeah.
but it's yeah, watch that's y'all's homework, because if we do that one, that'll probably be the end of next month, the end of September. So you got a whole month to try to watch it. Um Wildcats, that's an 80s movie, right?
Yeah, Demarcus is playing a whole bunch of stuff that don't fall in this category.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
I do flashback Friday movies. Inga does flashback and throwback type of movies
yeah.
too.
I've been doing mostly 90s
That's
recently.
like, that's
I'm
different.
gonna do
That's a
80s.
different era.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I know B
70s.
Street is definitely on my thing, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't put that for this.
no,
This
the
is
70s is
throwbacks.
like the black
Like,
exploitation
yeah,
time. Yeah. Or,
exactly.
or
You
just, or I
talking
don't want to say
about,
black exploitation, because we did some movies that wasn't that
yeah,
genre, but they the
hmm,
70s movies. Now,
yeah.
yeah, Beast. I thought one day I am going to do
Now
Beast
that
Street,
one I
and
would do as a flashback Friday movie. I wouldn't put it with this one.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like I want to do Beast Street one day, and also Crush Groove. So I'll
Yeah,
get
all of
those.
those is on my list, but you figure, like us, we just was
Mhm.
said at the beginning, had to take a 2 year break with being sick and life and everything else. So I never got a chance to get into none of those. Hopefully, God willing,
Okay.
nothing else don't happen.
RC said he also recommended Shaz Big Score. Yeah, we could do that, but I think that's on the list. I believe
Hmm.
it is. I can't
Hmm.
remember. Um
Truck
and,
Turner's on the list.
Truck
I know
Turner.
that for
Oh, I
sure.
love Truck Turner. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, no, let me host the Truck Turner one. Truck Turner, I love Truck Turner. Isaac Hayes, he was so good. He
Hmm.
was good in that movie, and it
Yeah.
was a funny movie too. Like if you want to
Yeah.
crack up laughing, but you want action too, yeah, Truck Turner was a good one.
Hmm.
And then I want to do the Mac. So when we get there, so but we'll see. I believe the next one's gonna be Sheba. So that'll be, if long as nothing bad happened, long as life don't be life and too bad. Hopefully that'll
Hmm.
be the end of September. So um and then we'll see what we'll do for October. So well, yeah, the Mac is a classic, Miss Nisi.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you can find those on platforms as well. But
Hmm.
anyway, and so you got live coming up at 8:30.
Yeah, I think she might have pushed it to 8:45, but sometime
Okay.
around there, keep your
What
notifications
what
on. I'm gonna
what
be
y'all
talking
talking
about.
about tonight?
I think it's
Beauty and
Beauty and
Black.
Black episodes 1 through 4. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. All right. And yeah, well, that's let me see what I don't have nothing else for tonight. Earlier before this live, I went live doing Fightland, and I got that done. But I'm going to talk about Fightland again on Tuesday. Amina Seen It is hosting, and I'm a guest on her page. Me, Detroit, Candy Love, and another brother named DiBiase. And we have a good time up there laughing and cutting up on there, talking about Fightland. So we'll talk about that again. And then also Trouble Man. I've seen yeah, the original and the remake. The remake don't
yeah.
have nothing to do. The remake, the one that's on Stars right now, it don't have nothing to do with the original. It's
Mm-mm.
just the name they using, but it don't have nothing to do with the. But
Yeah.
Trouble Man, the original is so good, and Marvin Gaye do the soundtrack, and that's another great soundtrack. Then we had probably just make a whole list of great soundtracks. because it's a lot of good soundtracks for these movies. Okay, Miss Niecy will be there for the Beauty in Black. She said it was good. Because they dropped all the episodes at one time, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Netflix, so it's always all of the
It's up,
episodes.
yeah, yeah, right.
Hmm.
But y'all just doing the first four right
Yeah,
now.
we doing the first four. I don't know which day we're gonna do the last four, but we doing the first four. Then tomorrow, I
Hmm.
think I'm with Monique 69 Ways for Lanterns. Wednesday, I'll be with Inga and them to talk
Oh
about
yeah, and
Lioness.
then Wednesday Lines. I gotta watch that. Yeah,
Hmm.
so I gotta
Yeah, I
get
still
that.
gotta watch that. I still gotta watch Fightland. I haven't watched that.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
watch that later
Oh,
tonight.
Black Love. We're gonna try to
That's
get that
on the
done. Oh
list.
no, Halloween. We'll try to do that. That
Yeah,
might
that
be
would
our
be a good one for
October.
Halloween.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that for October. Let's try to
Mhm.
lock that one in for Now wait a minute. Now the one there's they got two Blacklists. You got the original, and then you
Mhm.
got one with Pam Grier in it called Scream Blacklist Scream. Pam
Mhm.
Grier's in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in that one, and that was like it's still a continuation. It's not like
Mhm.
a remake. It's still a
Right.
continuation or sequel. Richard Lawson and Pam Grier and a bunch of other people. They were all young at that time. They very
Mhm.
young.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, that's our birthday month, October. It's right
Mhm.
around the corner.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
So
Yeah.
I was trying to see if I could put something together. Me and Inga was talking about it behind the scenes. I don't know. I don't want to tell people about it unless I really know for sure that I can do it. But maybe something coming up for next week for Dolly Parton. And then Saturday is gonna be my 100th. What you should be watching in Self Care Saturday. I done did 100 videos, y'all. I was like, wait
Really?
a
All
minute now.
right.
Well, I gotta do something cute for that. I don't know what yet.
Okay. Okay. This damn ring light is just getting on my nerve. Yeah, 100. Okay. Look, time be
Hmm.
flying.
I'm telling you,
Time
it
be
really
flying. I mean,
do.
like I've been going back recently and watching some of my old videos when I first started, and I said, and it was janky when I first started. The light was bad. Well, my light's still bad.
Listen,
I
everything be
still got to
all
get
over the
this
place.
ring light
And
is
I'm kind
still
of
acting
mad,
stupid.
Inga, because I deleted some of my like earlier stuff. I don't know why I did that. I should have never did it. Then
Yeah,
somebody
I
told
just
me
left them up
after the
there.
fact that I
Like our five heartbeats
wasn't
one.
supposed to delete it. They said I could make it private, but don't delete it. So then some other ones are made private, but I didn't know no better at the time. That's early on. But I was like, oh no, I'm the crap. I
No,
sound horrible, and I ain't got that
like the
many views on this. Nobody liked it, and I just deleted them.
like the five heartbeats one we did. You was hosting it, and Moochie and I came on together. Y'all lighting was beautiful. Y'all look good. My shit was
Not
all
for me.
my stuff was all messed, but that was when I first
Yeah,
started. So
mhm.
it is what it is, and
Yeah.
and
It's funny watching back the
I'm
old
still not
ones.
where I need to be, but I've gotten better, and I'm still learning. Even
Learn
it only
every
been
day.
2 years.
Yeah, I'm still learning.
Yeah,
Shoot, I ain't no
look,
professional,
look,
but I
no,
do the best I can.
my thumbnails getting a lot better now, and so I'm still playing around with all
Hmm.
this stuff. I'm still learning, but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get better lighting because the lighting
definitely.
is over. I'm always fighting with a. I just threw away a ring lamp that I broke the other day, so it was
Hmm.
already falling apart and it was holding on together by a string anyway. So I just threw the thing in the
Yeah.
trash. This one here is on its way out the door because the cord is messed up. So I'm just going to buy another one. They not expensive. I don't know why I'm just being lazy. I gotta get a new ring light, and I need a new microphone. So I'm gonna upgrade that. I'm gonna upgrade all this stuff. But oh, he said I still watch some of the movie reviews y'all did. They very entertaining. Look, we had some good times in the early,
Yeah,
beginning.
definitely.
Yeah, we and we just been out of sync because there's been stuff going on. But once we
Yeah.
get our girl Moochie back, oh, it's really gonna be back.
Hmm.
Popping. But it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. And yeah, and then hopefully one day before the end of the year, maybe we can get a little small trivia. You know.
Yeah, I'm trying to do
Um,
a trivia night
but look,
again. I'm not sure, but I'm going for
you may
like
have to do two one.
anywhere.
You know why? Because
Um,
you can't be able to get everybody on one thing. It's so many. Everybody
yeah,
wants
I
to be
know.
on.
Um,
Everybody wants to be
what
on,
I
so
was
you
about to
might have to do two
say,
different
like
ones.
between the 12th and the 19th, somewhere around there, I'm trying to do a trivia night, and then I know like around the 12th, I'm gonna be watching Purple Rain. I said Michael yesterday for Michael's birthday, and it was my other half birthday, and he loved Michael's, and he always was saying me and Michael got the same birthday, so that was like a celebration for him. And then I'm gonna do Purple Rain for a celebration for my sister, and then gonna have a trivia, trivia night. So be on the lookout for that. Keep your notifications on. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying.
It'll happen. Yeah, it'll happen. You know, them days. Look, we can't put no pressure on ourselves. But it will definitely happen when it's supposed to happen. Um, thanks for the $5. Hopefully, y'all don't fall into that new YouTube. You know that thing about they making all kind of changes with YouTube now. They want you to have so many they ain't about to stress me out, Tamika. Look, okay, it took me long enough to get to all the watch hours I needed. I'm still trying to build my subscribers, but I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'm like eight something now. But they not about to stress me out over all these. Every time you turn around, they make changes.
Yeah, that's always.
Yeah, because when I first came on here, they changed something, and then I've been on it 2 years, and now they're changing it again.
It's always updates.
Yeah, all
just
the time.
Keep doing what you're doing. That's it.
That's all. Cause I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm already in the system now, so it's not like I'm starting from scratch. It would be harder if you starting at the beginning.
Yeah, if you starting right now, it's definitely harder.
Oh yeah, it's definitely harder. Yeah, so but I'm doing okay right now. So anyway, but that's the stuff we got coming up this week. I don't know. I may try to get something on Friday. Maybe if I'm able to, I might try to do. I don't know what day we might try to do the Dolly Parton 95, and it don't have to be this week, but we can, whatever. Just let me know because just let me know. But I'm gonna go back and rewatch that movie for sure.
Yeah.
That might be something to watch in the Discord. Might be watching Discord one day, but. Anyway, I'm gonna let you get out of here because it'll be your time soon. So, all right, everybody, thanks for coming out and listening to us, and we have a good time. You said how my watch I was looking. My watch hours are very good right now. Thanks to Marcus for asking. They're doing much better. They've been doing much better. I'm just trying to build new subscribers, But I appreciate everybody who's been rocking with me, both of us, for all these years. You know what I'm saying? So y'all could be doing anything else, and y'all taking time out of y'all evening to sit and listen to us, chit chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's always appreciated.
Always appreciative. I know I definitely appreciative. So anyway, y'all, I will see y'all on the YouTube streets. Tamika, check out Tamika Beauty and Black at about 8:30, 8:45. She's coming back very shortly tonight. And then y'all see me again on Tuesday and all through the week. So y'all just, keep your notifications on and check the community tab and Discord. If you happen to belong to Discord, we posting there as well. So y'all have a good evening and catch y'all the next time. Peace, y'all.